About 2 months after winning the second term in office as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari has finally assigned portfolios to ministers that will work with him in this next level. Though there were a few surprises where we have ministries that were bundled and ministries that were opened up, but the most important thing is that the president emphasized that in this second term, every minister will have to justify the appointment.
Expect them quickly.
The ministers appointed by the president and screened by the Nigerian Senate had a 2-day induction course prior to the inauguration by President Muhammadu Buhari, a period where both the old and new were brought to speed on the core values and policy direction of the next level administration, which is the second term in office of President Muhammadu Buhari. Fast forward to the inauguration day at about 11 a.m. Nigerian time, ministerial designates and their guests were already settled at the council chambers of the Aso Rock Presidential Villa. The event, which started in earnest with the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Gida Mustafa, taking his oath of office secret to his reappointment by President Muhammadu Buhari a few weeks back for a second term in office. This was quickly followed by the citation of abridged versions of ministerial designates by Mr. Femi Adesina, Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity. Later, the ministerial designates took turns to take their oath of office as ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, while charging them to be focused and work as a team in order to be able to deliver the mandate of his administration for the next 4 years. President Muhammadu Buhari said the core objective of this administration are to improve security, achieve diversified inclusive economic growth, and the fight against corruption.
You are chosen from each of the 636 states of the Federation, and most importantly, you share my commitment to working tirelessly for the people of this country and to achieving a future where every Nigerian can reach his or her full potential. I believe you are ready to get to work. Indeed, the work has already started. I am convinced that we can build a buoyant economy that supports inclusive growth and creates broad-based prosperity for every Nigerian, one that will absorb the 2 million Nigerians entering the labor market each year, as well as reduce the backlog of over 20 million unemployed or unemployable Nigerians. We must also intensify efforts to reduce internal security threats and eliminate corruption at all levels so as to ensure that our citizens have a safe and corruption-free environment where they can live and conduct their businesses without fear and intimidation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our primary business over the next 4 years is to work together towards delivering the results that the people of Nigeria expect from us. We have a great opportunity as an administration to build on the progress already made in order to fundamentally shift Nigeria's trajectory on the path of steady growth and development.
President Muhammadu Buhari also admonished them to live above political and ethno-religious differences in order to deliver the dividends of democracy to the people.
We can only make meaningful progress in our national restoration efforts if we all commit ourselves to addressing the challenges confronting our nation in the best interest of our people and posterity. We must not allow such issues as political affiliation, sectional interests, and primordial loyalties to blind us against our patriotic obligation to drive our nation's growth, development, and prosperity in an atmosphere of enduring peace, security, and stability.
charge over, the president eventually announced the portfolios for the ministers, which saw the returning ministers retaining their former offices, with the exception of Babatunde Fashola shedding the weight of the Power Ministry to remain Works and Housing Minister.
Dr. Okechukwu Oga, Minister of State Mines and Steel Development. Muhammadu Bello, Minister of Federal Capital Territory. Senator Godul Fabio, Minister of Niger Delta. Dr. Chris Ingege, Minister of Labor and Employment. Sharon O. Akezo, Minister of State Environment. Malam Adamu, Minister of Education.
The announcement brought about the unbundling of ministries to create new ones, like the Ministry of Power headed by Saleh Maman, which was hitherto part of the Works Ministry, Police Affairs Ministry headed by Mai Garai Dingyadi, formerly part of the Interior Ministry, the Special Duties Ministry headed by Senator George Akume, and Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development headed by Sadia Umar Farouk are completely new to the President Buhari administration. The expansion also saw some ministries now having ministers of state, mostly referred to as junior ministers. Now that the cabinet is formed, it is expected that the ministers will hit the ground running.
Now that the ministers have been given portfolios to do what they are appointed to do, Nigerians are of the opinion that these people will now work together as a team, like the president emphasized, to bring hope to the average Nigerian that believes that when we have a working team, Nigeria will move to the next level. From the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, Abuja, I am Festus Ejirog Enefife for Ben Television.
The national chairman of All Progressive Congress, Adam Oshiomhole, has declared that only those who have spent at least 1 year in the party are qualified to contest a ticket. Oshiomhole spoke while inaugurating the governorship screening committee, said aside those who have spent at least 1 year, others who have spent less will require a waiver from the National Working Committee of the party to contest. Oshiomhole said any prospective aspirants would not be eligible to vie for the governorship of Bayelsa and Kogi State if they are not financial member of the party for a year. While inaugurating 40-member screening panel headed by Senator Hope Uzodinma, the APC national chairman said it would be unfair to hand the party's flag to those who just joined when they were well-entrenched members of the party who are vying for the governorship seat in the aforementioned states. Oshiomhole urged members of the committee to adhere strictly to the guidelines of the party, adding that National Working Committee reserves the right to grant waiver to any of the aspirants who does not meet the party guideline. He said August 29 primary of the party will take place simultaneously in Lokoja and Yenogwa. According to him, the party will give aspirants a fair chance of to actualize their aspiration. On behalf of the committee, Senator Hope Uzodinma expressed gratitude to the party for reposing confidence on members of the committee. He added that they will discharge their duty without fear or favor.
Discover the tangible magic of our hospitality that is all about you. The Wells Curtain Hotel and Apartments is a surely fantasy-like journey into a glamorous world of pure luxury and gratifying indulgence. The Wells Curtain Hotel and Luxury Apartments offers guests a perfect blend of relaxation, business and pleasure, delicately infused to meet the highest international standards. It's first-class service at its finest. Our commitment to exceed your expectations means impeccable attention to detail, courtesy, and a genuine care for your every need. Located at number 8 Gadonasco Street, off Jose Martin at Sokoro, Abuja, Nigeria. You can call us on +234 908 75 61269 or visit our website at wellscouting.com. Upgrade your stay at the Wells Curtain Hotel and Luxury Apartments. An experience guaranteed to leave you breathless with longing.
The ingenious people of Biafra Airport has said he had no regret attacking former Deputy Senate President Ike Kremadu in Germany. He said the next target will be the Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi if he failed to retrace his steps. An official of the group, Shana Edoziem, said this in a statement made available to journalists in Oka, Anambra State. It described those condemning attack on Ekremadu as sacrifice and Fulani apologies. The statement read in part, the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will continue to avow pursuit of our right of existence as people independent of the evil enclave called Nigeria. The statement added that it is imperative to state that in making that choice, there will not be differentiating between the subsequent subversive Biafran politicians who see nothing or hear nothing wrong with Biafra land is under Fulani military siege and their caliphate master that dehumanize, adopt, torture, and murder at will. According to him, very soon we shall show Dave Umahi, the governor of Ebonyi State, that airport has not only the capacity and reach, but also power to achieve our set objective and to fulfill our promise on living and the dead. Meanwhile, the leadership of Ohanaeze Ndigbo Youth Council has said the attack on Ekremadu was a wake-up call for all corrupt and unrepentant Igbo leaders. The President General of the youth group, Okechukwu Izugozuru, said in a statement read that the part of Ohanaeze Ndigbo Youth Council worldwide observed that the tension is building up in the many quarters in the southeast as many Igbo leaders are already cancelled their trip abroad over the recent harassment and mob action against the respected Igbo son and politician Senator Ike Kremadu at the New Yam Festival in Germany recently. Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong has advised the newly appointed Minister of Women Affairs, Pauline Tallen, to avoid listening to gossip from people that has no good intention for Plateau State. Lalong spoke at post-inauguration dinner organized to honor Tallen, the North Central State representative in the Federal Executive Council, who was inaugurated as Women Affairs Minister by President Muhammadu Buhari. Lalong promised to work with Tallen, a member of the National Assembly from the state, for the progress of Plateau State. The governor said that Plateau will be better for it if they work together. In his quote, "Today, you are a minister. Idris Maje is the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives. Others are members of the National Assembly, and I'm the governor. Respect everybody's position. Let's work together, and Plateau will be better for it." Lalong also declared that he had nothing against Tallen, saying that he will always respect President Muhammadu Buhari's discretion in appointing her as minister. In his remark, Idris Maje, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, said he had no doubt that Tallen would succeed given her experience as a politician. In her remark, Tallen thanked the governor and the people of the Plateau State for the honor done to her. The minister said she will be a minister for every citizen of Plateau State and Nigeria, irrespective of political, religion, or ethnic affiliation.